The Unwind with Tasha K show will now be live on Bigo Live. We will be bringing some of the most exclusive entertainment news, so be sure to catch me Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. Remember, this is a live platform, so you need to be always ready because you never know when I'm going to hit that live button. So be sure to use the link below to catch me live all week. You never know. You know how this news be hot, so just be on time. Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. All right, winos, check out our Unwind with Tasha K store. We got sweatshirts that say, nah, I gotta go and I ain't got it. We got crop top, wine mug, water bottles. We got it all, okay? So be sure to hit that link below. So much out there on the internet about you.
I am a rapper, a dancer, entrepreneur.
Is it true that you've been with over 2,000 men?
My body count it's not 2,000, it's over 2,000 now.
Do majority of men in your profession don't mind paying?
They'd rather pay.
Really?
If I'm a guy and I just want to fuck you, let's say you're a regular girl.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, damn, I gotta take you on a date. I gotta, finesse you for like a week or two, maybe a month, take you on all these dates, do all this, lie to you, do all this shit just to get you to have sex with me. Well, by that time, you'd already probably spent, what, 1,000, 2,000. So you do all of that just to get the pussy. You don't want nothing else after that. So you really just sat there, lied to this girl, played with her emotions. Now she in love with you or she like you, and you out on to the next. You get what I'm saying? But some guys don't want to have to go through that.
I see a lot of women that want relationships and they think like the 90-day rule works.
And there's certain men that you gonna have to deal with certain things, a certain lifestyle. I don't understand why people get with rappers and think that they just not gonna fuck other bitches.
Freestyle. Can you freestyle something for us?
Sure.
Go ahead. That's what I mic for.
Okay.
Yeah.
5,500 degrees, I'm about to go crazy. 4 pockets been full, I swear I've been that little baby. Real top tail, bitch, I make these hoes look so basic. Ain't even on my bad days, bitches will still be hating. Fuck them nevertheless, I be yelling LAX. Cuban charm on my breasts and my treasure chest. I'm ballin' like Kyrie, I get paid to be on the nets. Certified, bitch, I even got an Instagram check. No muscle, but still flex, what you expect, bitch, I'm lit. Overseas catching flights while you hoes catching fits. Diamond the body, that's all me, ain't nothing catfish. And you hoes is all cap, just another hat trick. Talking shit about me, and I'm who they wanna be. Ride around in a foreign language I don't even speak. Wishing they was in my shoes, but these shoes wasn't cheap. I candy when you see me, but just know ain't nothing sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
I see why the record labels only signing women now.
Hey, it's your girl Chelsea and Lana from Unwind with Tasha K, and we are here today with Simone Davis. Simone, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And so for those who are not familiar, you are the mother of Nene Leake's son, Bryson's son.
Yes.
Correct. I
Right.
hate the whole like, oh, that's his baby mama. You're the mother of, you're
Right.
the mother of Nene Leake's grandchild.
Correct.
And so, throughout the years of since, I guess, clearly since you've given birth to your child, your relationship with Nene's son hasn't always been, I guess, the easiest. And for anybody who's been keeping track with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes' relationship with her son has not always been the easiest. So I think that's pretty much rarely where I want to start, because I'm not too familiar. Were you familiar with who Bryson was prior to you guys dating?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you saw the show and you saw his relationship and combativeness with his mom and him getting kicked out
Right.
and not cleaning up his room and his laundry. And you
I did. That was obviously, when he was on the show, he was younger. I think he was like 18 or something like that, or 19. I think he was just graduating high school. So when I met him, he was 27, I want to say, 27 or 28. So it was many years after that. I mean, obviously he wasn't on the show for years, after the situation with him and his mom and she buying him the cars and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. But still, even though you
Hmm.
saw all of that, because he had gotten into
Hmm.
some trouble even before 27, there was some
Well, I
legal
don't
issues.
know. I didn't know anything about that because that's the media. That wasn't on
Mm-hmm.
TV. So if like somebody like myself, I didn't follow blogs and stuff like that to even pay attention to that kind of stuff. I wasn't into that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, for about 2 years before I actually met him in person, he was actually following me on Facebook and trying to link with me for a while. So I didn't know about any problems or anything like that he had going on before then. So
Okay, because I was about to say, girl, the flags were there. Now, if you
mm-mm,
wanted to
I
go
had
take a
no
ride
idea.
on the roller coaster, the red flags was
I
all
don't know.
there.
And people always say you don't research. I'm like, who really does go to Google and research people any like nowadays? Like, no, I did not Google him to research any of his problems. Everybody has a past. Like,
And you know what? I was like that until something similar happened to me.
oh
And
really?
now I be
Yeah, no, I get it now.
now quick to do it.
I get it now. Believe me.
Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, since really, you became a mother and things like that, let's kind of really start off where what is the situation with Bryson now?
There is no situation at all. Um, Bryce is Bryce, he is on drugs. Like everybody already knows that.
Can you
We know
confirm what type of drugs he's on?
cocaine. So, yeah, plays with the nose. So a lot of celebrities do, but some are functional. Some are not, and he's more of the not. So things progressed worse after I was like 3 months pregnant, I would say. And I was just like, nope, that's a situation I'm going to leave alone. I did try to allow him to be there for many years, like people saw, what I'm saying? Like I would post that he was on my couch and stuff like that. Like he would just do dumb shit. But
Mm-hmm.
right now there is nothing. Nothing.
Um, so with the drug addiction that's still currently going on, how has that affected his relationship with his child? Because I know, like, as a mother, if you have, a drug addicted parent,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel safe with him with your child? Because you never know when is the
Right.
ups and the downs and things like that.
Right. Well, I chose for him not to have a relationship with our child, just for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if, one day BK will go over there and he does something and you don't know what's gonna happen, but that's my decision. He has come over here before. I wouldn't say like most recent, but it's been recent. And again, he was on my couch, even after the fact that Nene bought him that house. And I'm just like looking at him. Yeah. And actually, my son was calling him Bryce. He was like, Bryce, Bryce. He wasn't even calling him dad. And he told him he stinks. And I said,
Wait,
that's
who
flat.
told who stinks?
My son.
Tell his pappy he stink.
Yeah.
He smelled like burnt rubber, because that is a tell time.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This ain't gonna work, honey. It
So
ain't gonna
so I
work.
want to ask, has he ever been, violent towards you or your child, or just acting, physically out of character and things like never?
No, he's
So
never
the
been uh-huh.
Mhm. Sorry, go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Okay. No, he's never been physically or verbally violent towards me. Now, I have seen him towards his other baby mama, but not towards me. No.
Okay, because I wanted to ask, because I know you said that it was your choice to keep him kind of distant from the child, because when men are kind of distant from their children, it's very hard for the mother. I've noticed, just watching things transpire. It's hard for the mom to get that financial support when
Mhm.
a man is not able to physically, you know,
Mhm.
care for the child.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I gotta ask, is he paying something? Is all
He's
right.
on child support, but
Okay.
he hasn't paid not $1.
How much is his monthly payments?
I ain't gonna say all that.
Girl, we got rapper.
He's asked me to reduce it. I will say that. He's asked
Okay,
me
hold
to
on,
reduce it.
cause I've known people whose child support payment was literally $50 a month, and we know
No.
people whose child support payment is 50,000. So I'm gonna give you ranges. I
Yeah.
like giving ranges, anywhere from 100 to 3,000 a month. Is
Yeah.
that in the range?
Yes.
Okay, that's in the range. So that's an
Mhm.
average middle class and future and future the rappers, his baby mamas is also in that range. So
Yeah.
that's a middle class reality TV star celebrity child support
Correct.
range, 100 to about 4 or 5,000 a month.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
he's asked you to reduce it because he's not working or because he has other bills. Because if your mama buy you a house, what are your other bills?
So the house is obviously paid for. His responsibility was or is to pay his utilities, keep food in his home, things like that. However, his money, when he gets money, goes to other things, and his utilities have been cut off. And like I said, that's why he has come here, and he goes to other people's houses. And so, it's just he's not stable. He's just not a stable person.
And utilities in Atlanta is anywhere from $47 to about 200. A bump in Atlanta gonna cost you 150. You can get an 8 ball for about 900. Don't ask me how I know.
Facts.
I know people from around the way. But this is very odd because Nene, unfortunately, with the passing of Greg, she was still
Mhm.
legally married to him.
Mhm.
She's been on reality shows. And I understand as a woman, as a grown woman, you don't want to keep having to pay for your 30-some-year-old son's.
Absolutely.
Is
Absolutely.
Nene aware of the issues that her son and you are having financially?
No. Um, I would say I know she knows that he doesn't pay. But to her that it doesn't matter. And I don't care, what I'm saying, that she knows that, because it isn't her responsibility to pay his child support. That's not her responsibility.
Mhm.
Um, but she's not aware of the single mother struggle. You know what I mean? Um, Even though she was a single mother, that's where I
I
thought
was
that
about to
she,
say,
yeah,
you
I
know
thought that she
something.
would understand. But things that she said to people that we have mutual, contacts in, she has told them some things. And she still looks at me as if all I want is her money. And it's like, we're supposed to see eye to eye here. Like, your son had a child, and if anything, you should be, happy that I actually can take care of him and not need you for anything, So I don't think she really cares.
Not that I'm a very rich bitch, don't want to hand out a little 2-3,000 piece to her grandchild. Now, let's be frank here.
Mhm.
Nene has been very open about her distaste for you specifically. So you
Yeah.
have alleged you said it in the past that Nene had taken Greg from somebody else. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh yeah. And that's also, his kids have spoke on it too. But he was married, with 5 children before, he got with her. She was in the strip club, he met her in the strip club, and she took him from his previous wife and children. And that's why they have that friction, her and his other kids. That's where it started. She was his mistress. She broke up a home, whether it was a happy home or not. He was still married. So that's just
Mm-mm.
her MO. That's her motto.
And so another thing that I've also noticed with Nene is that there are other castmates. I ain't gonna say their name, but every goddamn castmate on the Real Housewives of Atlanta have been offered spin-off shows for the most random. So and so goes to Connecticut. So and so learns to drive. So and so gets married. They have a baby shower. Pop, 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 pop. They will do a spin-off as long as you're connected to a main peach holder carrier. They will do a spin-off
Absolutely.
for anything. Have you and Bryson ever got offered a spin-off show?
Not for Bravo. No. She wouldn't allow that anyway. When she was on Bravo,
Mm-hmm.
there was no way. There has been, I would say, lawyer talks about not allowing me to do any business with anybody in the industry. No spinoffs, no reality shows with me and him. And, people will always say, well, she's a mother. She doesn't want anybody to embarrass her son. Well, nobody told her not to get on there and embarrass her ass. So what does that matter? He's grown. He's a 30-year-old man. Since when do you stop somebody's bag? So,
And to
no,
be honest, if she's scared that you want her money, giving you a show is a great way to not only provide an opportunity for you, but also provide an opportunity for her son.
for her
And it don't
son,
got to come out of her pocket.
thank you. And
So
I
that's
wouldn't
just
take
very
her
odd
money.
that
I would
she
make
would
my
not.
own money.
Exactly. And so what network, you said it wasn't Bravo. So what network offered you the show?
Um, I won't speak on that because actually we're still talking about something.
How you gonna get a shot, girl?
I'm trying. I'm
Let me
trying. Let me tell you, I am trying.
Seeing with Simone,
But it is a big network. I will say that. I think,
WeTV,
huh?
VH1, BET, MTV.
You said it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna elaborate. But you did say it. It's in one
Look
of
at the
those.
blessings.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. At least because that really doesn't make sense that all these other people get these spin-off shows. And right now, Nene's in a situation where the reason why I also asked was because she has been calling, emailing, sending letters, pigeon bird holders to any publication, any production crew that will pick her up and put her on. This girl she was going on College Hill. Man,
I know.
when did you finish college? The first college on the first hill, the first mountaintop you ever been on, but you going to do
It's the
all
shade.
these other shows now that the Real Housewives of Atlanta doesn't want you back. So it's really unfortunate that she would try to block you guys from doing that, because that would have been a perfect gateway for her to get back on TV
Yeah,
anyway.
and actually, I've heard through the grapevine as well that people said if she works with me, it would actually give her, a different light for one. People will want to see her back on TV because both of us got a mouthpiece on us. And it'll be a different type of spinoff. It won't be the Housewives, but it
Mhm.
puts her in her real life reality. You know what I mean?
As a
Like,
nanny, a nana, Mima.
yeah. I mean, she has 5 grandkids. It's like, why not see your 5 grandkids on TV?
Be a little Kardashians, but the Leaks, what is it? The Leaks, Bryant, and 5 other names put all together. I don't know. We'll make an acronym. Don't try to leave me off the EP record when it starts going, because I will send an email. Okay.
Oh God.
So have you connected with Bryson since the death of Greg?
I have one time, just one
Mm-hmm.
time. That was it December? I think it was December. It was right after Greg's actual funeral.
Mm-hmm.
The one in September was just like her homegoing, like with celebrities at her lounge and stuff. And then the funeral was in December.
Wait a minute. She put him on ice like Walt Disney. How did she have a funeral in December if we all sent flowers and croissants in September? How did that how is that possible? Did she put him on ice?
don't know what she did with it.
Oh, how did you have a funeral in September and December? That's one thing about black people. Black people will just string along a funeral. Person will die on Wednesday. They don't get buried until 3 months later. So you didn't attend either ceremony. You just reached out.
Yes, absolutely.
And so
Yeah,
how was he doing? How was he, because he did live with Greg and Nene for a short amount of time.
absolutely. Yeah.
How was he? Was he just like whatever,
Um,
or sad?
I wouldn't say he took it hard, but
Mhm.
Bryce is not a real emotional. He doesn't show emotion.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to really tell how he really took it. All I can say is it was more like an excuse to go get drunk and get high for him. Like he's grieving, so let's, that was kind of, yeah. And then, he was not at the funeral. He was at the homegoing. He was not.
How you supposed to grieve and you didn't even go to the funeral? I gotta understand this. So, how long you said you known Bryce? Like a year before you guys started dating? 2 years?
Yes.
Sorry, hold on. Did
Oh,
he ever disclose to you or share any childhood traumas that went on with him?
he did
That would.
once I moved to Georgia, that's when he
Mhm,
started opening up, to me. He was always at my house. Well, I lived with my mom when I first moved to Georgia.
mhm.
So, he was over her house all the time, staying the night and everything. But he, to both of us, actually, he talked about, all he wanted was his mother, excuse me, and he just wanted that motherly love. Um, he went through some things, obviously, because she was in the streets. He was raised by her aunt, who is now passed away. And so he didn't really have that connection with his mom that he really wanted, and then she obviously got with Greg, had another child, she got money, and he just felt like he was outcasted. So
What does he mean she was in the street? She worked at the strip club. By the time she went into work, he was supposed to be asleep, getting ready for schoolhouse. So what does he mean that she was in the streets?
selling that stuff and, with men. And, she was with his dad, for a while, on and off, until they finally broke up,
Like a
whatever. She went.
prostitute.
Um, I don't know if she was
When you
getting
say
money for what she was doing, but
she what?
selling, drugs, not
Oh, I thought
selling
you
her.
meant like selling
Yeah, like I
fruit.
don't know if she was
Oh,
doing all that. But
okay.
so yeah, he just didn't have that mother connection that he wanted from his mom. And he wanted that. Once she, got money and stuff, he said she stopped cooking dinner. Like he hadn't had a home cooked meal in like so long. And it just wasn't there. So he just wanted that family. So I don't know.
These new generation men so weak. Your mama didn't make you a Salisbury steak with macaroni and cheese, and so you out here
Collard
doing booger
greens.
sugar. Really, sir? Not taking care of your kids because you didn't get a dinosaur chicken nugget when you came home from school. That's what you're mad about? So okay, so Bryce is on child support. He ain't paying the child support. If you send him to jail, he definitely ain't gonna pay the damn child support. You're in
Well,
talks for
if
the
he goes to
show.
jail and
Mm-hmm.
he gets bonded out, that bond money comes to me.
Well, hold on now.
If he files taxes, his tax money comes to me. So that should tell
He's
you.
also guilty of tax evasion.
That should tell you what's going on with taxes, because I haven't got $1. He's been on child support since 2018.
And how old's your child?
5.
And how old's his other children?
The oldest, let's see, Bree is like 10 now. And then 10, 8, 7, and then 10, 9, 8, and 7. And then BK is the youngest.
Girl, you just why did you neither here nor there. You wanted to be the summer walker and just come in with the youngest, thought it was gonna be different. Why would you do that after the had the grown? So do you have a relationship or communication with his other baby mamas?
His the one that has 3, Ashley, I do. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
is she having like the same type of issues that you're having?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Actually, Nene just reached out to her a couple weeks ago and was like, "Hey, I miss, Bree. Can we link up and I see her?" But yeah, she has the same issue. She tells me, nobody's asked to see them, nothing like that. Now, as far as Bryce, she communicates more with him for a reason than I do. But yeah, it's the same issues.
Wait,
Nobody's
why did
really.
you communicate more with him?
I won't get into their business.
Oh, they got
I
some
won't.
business.
Yeah, I won't
Yeah,
get into
she
that.
messing with the coke man.
I won't get into their business. I'll leave that over there.
Ew! And he over there smell like burnt rubber with the
Not
utilities and the
rubber.
hot water off. No rice. And she messing with him. Child.
I mean, she in a relationship, but she's also, I think they do an open relationship type thing. But he was in a relationship with somebody, but she was with some other man as well. And
They swinging?
how
How does Bryson get a girlfriend and you got all these kids and you on booger sugar? Where do you have time to get a
the
girlfriend?
the girls aren't anything of substance. Like, they're just something. I'm the best thing that he's had. Let's just say that.
Okay, Simone.
Like,
I'm mad at it.
let's just say that. Like, they're not, those girls that he's getting is like, they do the same thing he do. So, it's just.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So if Bryson got clean, he got his
No.
life.
No.
All right, Wendy Williams, let me finish the scenario. He got clean, he got his money in order, he paid you the child support in full. I'm like, he can't pay that in full, but he started
Right.
making high interest payments. The house, the lights got turned back on. He said, "Yo, Simone, I really wanna make this work. I want to be a family again. I want you to come home and make me a Salisbury steak with dinosaur chicken
You
nuggets
and
and
this
mashed
Salisbury
potatoes and
steak,
macaroni.
girl.
You gonna bring him back?
No.
You not?
No, baby.
So when VH1 hits you back and said the only way y'all can get a show is if y'all come back together and
I
start
do what
dating
I
again.
gotta do to make it happen, but it ain't gonna happen.
I'm gonna say if you said no, you was lying. You was lying if you told me no.
I do what I gotta do, but it ain't gonna be real. Okay, you feel me? But
All right, don't get the
anything to
plot
get
away.
my
Don't get the
bag.
plot
You feel me?
away. Big Fish Productions, call us.
Zeus,
EP over here.
come on, y'all. Call me.
So unfortunately, since 4 years ago, not much has really changed between the relationship between you and Bryce and you and Nene. They are still, it's unfortunate that, with the passing of Greg,
Yeah.
with the recent health scare of your child's uncle,
Yeah.
with everything pretty much crumbling down around Nene Leaks, she has still not decided to reconnect with the next generation of her legacy at this point,
Absolutely.
with
And
everything that was taken away from her.
yeah. And I have reached out to her numerous times. Actually, BK's birthday was just October 2nd. And I told her about his birthday. Like last year, he had a beach birthday. So we went to the beach. So I sent her an invite. I said, hey, we're going to a beach. It's a private beach. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're invited this year. Sent her pictures, videos, when he had surgery, he had to go to have surgery because he stopped breathing in his sleep. And, Yep, told her about that. Like literally nothing. Like nothing. She does not
So your
respond.
child, he suffers from I forgot what it's not sleep apnea. It's what is it called that he would stop breathing in his sleep?
Yeah. It's a form of sleep apnea. And so what they did was they had to remove his turbulent in his nose. They removed his
Mm-hmm.
adenoids, tonsils, all of that stuff, and then they opened his nose, his nasal up wider, so that he can breathe at night. So he's doing great now, but yeah, that was
And
traumatic
he's
for
more
me.
prone to like sinus infections and
He
things
has
like,
them
so he has to
all the
see an
time.
ENT regularly.
Yes.
And
Yep.
so are you, not to be in your business, but I have
No.
a nephew who had a similar situation as well. And I know that Tasha's son, he would he would have to travel with like a nebulizer because he would
Yep.
immediately stop breathing in the
Yep.
most dramatic. I used to hate when I had to babysit that boy because I just used
Yeah.
to be paranoid. He would lay
Yeah.
out on the floor and couldn't breathe. And so, not to be in your business, do you have health insurance? Because I know that stuff
Yeah.
is extremely
It
expensive.
is. It is. It is absolutely expensive. I still get the bills, even though they go to insurance. I still get the bills. But we do have insurance. And actually, that's part of what he's supposed to pay as far as our child support agreement as well. But he doesn't, so I take care of it. But he has a nebulizer. He has two inhalers, one for school, one for home when he's active, and then he gets on his nebulizer before school and before bed. So it's an everyday routine as well. But as far as his breathing and everything, he's doing a lot better. He actually was just sick, and it was just driving me crazy because he had this cough. Like, it was a mucus cough for like 2 months. And I thought maybe he had, like some type of COVID or something else. And I took him to
Mhm.
the doctor like 4 times. And they're like, no, like, we don't know. I think it's a respiratory thing. And
Mhm.
so it was crazy. But finally, we got his cough gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I play around a lot, and I really had no idea that your son, was having those types of issues. Like I said,
Mhm.
with Tasha's son and my nephew, they had very similar. He was always in the ENT, always getting these
Yes.
horrible sinus infections. And when you have a very, and for whatever reason, it keeps happening to boys, but when you
Yeah.
have a very small child, and was your child was a preemie?
He no, he was not a preemie. No.
Okay. But, when you have, like, just very small children under the age of 6, I know that's very devastating.
Yeah.
Cause
It happened when he
you
was 3. Yeah.
yeah, and I
Yep.
know when they're very small and they have to go into those types of surgeries, and then most likely, and I'm not saying this is gonna be the case for your son,
Right.
as they're getting older, it's just they're gonna have to keep getting things poked and prodded. It's going to be an ongoing issue. So
Yep.
that's really that just really adds to the messed up
Yeah. And
situation.
he has a heart murmur. And that actually runs in Bryce's children. So he has a murmur. It's a very small one because he's so little. But I found
Mhm.
out actually when he had his surgery, I found out that he had a little heart murmur as well. So, like I said, he was 3 years old. So I was in the hospital every night crying, like, just because I was by myself. Bryce knew about it. He just, his mom knew about it, but nobody came to the hospital. So, you know, it is what it is.
Oh my god, that's so horrible. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. And now I feel that's even and I don't understand what is wrong with these people because even when you have health insurance, the copay having to go to these doctors all the time. I think in New York, when I worked at the hospital in New York, I think they gave the kids free refills on their like inhaler medicine, but if not, it
Yeah.
was like $15
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. But that
It's
it only comes
25
with
here.
300. It's what?
Yeah. 25.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you said 85. I was girl, drop your cash
Right.
app in the description immediately. But yeah, it's 25 $15 sounds cheap, but it only comes with 300 pumps. And so when you're going into the winter months and the air gets a lot drier, and even in
Yes.
the summer months when the pollen, especially in Georgia, that pollen
Yes. That pollen it's
is worse than the YSL gang.
disrespectful. Yes.
Yes,
My
they
trucks be full of yellow.
absolutely. I know that that's really, really it's stressful for me to
Yeah.
buy the inhaler and stuff. So I can imagine for your child that that's really unfortunate that
Yeah.
you don't have that type of support from your child's father.
Mhm.
Especially when it's in your jeans. I really shouldn't have to pay for things that's
That's
in
what I
your
was gonna
jeans because
say.
my
He
jeans
got
didn't
it
come
from
like that.
him.
Cause the way these is Levi's, they fit over here. We straight on this side of it. You
Right?
came with some problems. Oh my God. Not to be insensitive, Nene, if you see this, I'm so sorry, but I gotta bring it up. Like you said, it runs on
What?
his side of the family, and then her other son had a stroke at 20 something years old. And it's just so crazy
And
that
congestive heart failure.
yes. And did you talk to Bryson about what was going on with his brother also? Or
No. No, I just we like I said, we have mutual connections, people that I met through them that are actually
Mhm.
like they're like they still talk to me. We are tight. So they tell me a lot of things that she says that he says, you know. So as far as the situation with his brother, he only went to go see him one time. Out of the 2 months that he was in the hospital, he went to go see him one time. Yeah. So I was just like, yo, like that is so I and you know, as much as me and Nene clash, I feel for her in that sense. You know, it's just like, yeah, because if that was my son in the
but
hospital, you know what I mean? Like it'd just be
but it
like I
was your
would
son
feel
in the hospital a couple years ago.
no. I'm saying I feel bad for her as far as her son being in the hospital, not for her, but as far as
Mm.
her son being in the hospital, that health scare. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
the you don't get it. Like okay, if your child is
I
in
ain't
the
got kids,
hospital,
so
your mental. Oh, okay, you don't have kids. Okay,
I don't have kids.
your
So if you
mental.
wasn't there for me and mine, I don't give a
Oh,
damn
I'm
about
not
you,
there
bro.
for her. I'm not there for her. But I know how your mental could be when you don't know what's about to happen to your child. You don't know that
Mm-mm.
next move. So I definitely feel for her as a mother in that situation because it's heartbreaking. I'll tell you, it is. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's crazy. So going into 2023,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
what are you hoping to kind of gain? I know that you said that if Bryson ever came to your door, said, "Baby, I want to come home." Yvette, open the door. You're not gonna open it unless the TV crew is there.
Yep.
But what are you hoping to kind of bring in the new year with connecting your son with his father's family?
To be honest, the only the only relationship I feel like would actually be something would be him and his grandmother if she wants to have a relationship with him. You know, if it's
Mhm.
something genuine. Because as far as with Bryce, if he's still the way that he is mentally and unstable and you know the things that he the drugs and everything, he would never have a relationship with him. Let's just be real. Like it just will never happen. And so he's because he's not mentally stable to be a father at all. You know, he doesn't have a home to actually take his child to. You know, so it's like he would have to come here to see him, just like he usually. I think I went to his house like maybe 3 times with BK, and it's just I'm just looking around like, wow, like I wouldn't even leave my kid here. Like I just
He don't got good IKEA furniture.
he has furniture and it's nice because it was the furniture that Nene had in his old townhouse like 7 years ago. Um, but now it's not nice. It's nice furniture, but it's not nice anymore, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, it's not nice anymore. Like, um, you know, the smoking that's been put out, you know, it's worn down, people in and out, you know, it's just like dirty and not anything. Like, literally, when I was there, I didn't sit on it, I sat on the
Mm-mm.
bar.
You kept your jacket on.
I did.
You kept your jacket on. You did like this.
I did.
Don't take off your shoes.
I put my purse in my lap, you know.
It's
I
that
kept my
bad.
it's that bad. Kept my shoes on. You know, it was cold in there because there was no heat.
Oh yeah, don't leave your baby. The CPS people gonna come pick him up. Don't leave your baby nowhere where it's cold.
And then like the little, what do you call that? The thing over the stove. The damn, I just forgot what it was called. But it was black from like soot, like, you know, like when you cook and you just all that smoke just goes up. It was just dirty, and I was just pots and pans was just left on the stove, and they were just dirty, and I'm just like, what's going on in here?
Do you think
So
that Bryson suffers from a mental, besides the drug addiction, of course, but do you think he suffers from a mental illness? Because even
like
when he was on the
depression,
show, huh?
like depression.
You cannot tell me that man is depressed because his mother didn't make him dinosaur chicken nuggets after school.
No,
That's not a reason to be
stop.
depressed. Because that's
Oh,
the only, when I asked you what
no.
trauma, you told me that the man said that she wasn't cooking home cooked meals. Bryson was big boned. So it's not even like he was hungry. You wasn't hungry. So if
No,
you're
I think
telling
he's
me,
depressed just because of his life, not necessarily his mother, just the way that his life went. You know, he always said, you know, that he wanted to own a restaurant, you know, and I told him, I was like, so when you were on the show, where did all that money go? All the money that you made from being on the show, where did it go? You have not a dollar to show for it. Not $1 to show for it. So, you know, I don't know, child.
okay.
I don't know.
I just really hope, because in situations like this, I just really hope that that nothing unfortunate happens to Bryson. Seriously. Because I feel as though Nene is too caught up in everything that she's lost personally. She's not even thinking about what she's missing out on with her grandchildren.
Mhm.
Because there ain't enough wigs, Botox, and filler in the world. Once you hit that age where the only people who could send you off are the people you pushed away, or the people you didn't respect and didn't appreciate, it's gonna be your grandkids and your
Absolutely.
children.
Absolutely.
And if
Absolutely.
anything should happen to Bryson, that immediately cuts
Ends
off
it.
communication
Mhm.
for the rest of you guys. And then
Because
all
she
she's
won't
gonna
talk to. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Okay.
then all she's gonna have is her one son who's going through his own health condition. I don't know anybody
Right.
who's 20, 24, 23 years old having a stroke.
Right. I don't either. Yeah.
That's not a normal.
I mean, the boy was stressed out. Like he runs his mother's lounge, you know? I mean, he's unhealthy, congested heart failure. Like, it's just like I I don't know. I don't know. But like you said, she's caught up in herself, and she's not going to realize it until she literally hits rock bottom and she needs somebody else. You know what I mean? Like right now she's all about her, she's a manipulator. She likes to manipulate people to get what she wants. So,
Well, she ain't been getting what she wants in the past year and a half. She ain't
mm,
get the man that she want. He's still married to somebody else.
and she helping him do that too, filing for divorce and stuff. Like you should have did that before.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope this types of conversation, because I haven't really heard anything about your son having surgery, the heart murmur, her reaching out to some grandchildren but not all of the grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson ain't having no hot water in the house. I'm hoping this opens up a conversation, because sometimes you gotta get, I mean, even Jackie from Basketball Wives had to be guilted into helping her grandchild who was burnt up at a daycare center. Sometimes people gotta get embarrassed.
Yeah.
You gotta get embarrassed, because as a grown 100-year-old woman, you have a grandchild that is having health problems that are mimicking the health problems that your children are having. You have a son who's going skiing, and not in Colorado, down there on Fulton Road in Atlanta, in Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all of these grandchildren who you're missing out on,
Yes.
because you chasing the African man thinking you Portia Gubadia. sometimes you have to embarrass people to get. I mean, honey, you wore a she's really trying to turn tricks because she wore a see-through dress to a wedding.
Wait.
And it was a Miami 2014 bathing suit cover-up that she wore with no nipple pastings.
Read.
As a grandmother to an African royalty wedding of the century. The woman is delusional. She needs to be brought back down to reality. Mima needs to come home and make some church's chicken and mashed. But maybe Bryson was right. Maybe it starts at an Uncle Ben's rice saute oven baked chicken roast, pot roast, maybe.
What
maybe we do need to seriously, maybe we do need to bring it back home to a Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Because these new age generation men ain't acting right, and the new age generation grandmas ain't acting grandma-y. They ain't acting they ain't pulling the ears to bring you to the church house on Sundays like they used to. And maybe that's what we need to bring back that family dynamic. For all Nene knows, you may be the one person to pull her out of this despair and get her back to who she was running reality TV. Maybe this is sometimes you just got to be a vessel. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like I know.
All right,
I don't know what else to say to her. You know, it's like I have said a lot. Like
you've said it all.
I said, I've reached out to her. So
I mean, when the TV show green lights, I know you're gonna call us first.
No, that was Alex. I was texting. Who?
Ma'am,
wait a minute. Was that Alex? No, that wasn't you I was texting, was it?
No, that was Alex.
That was Alex. Okay.
But here's the thing: if you call or email her, I get CC'd on everything. So either way, I'm call pick whoever you want to call on the team. We gonna come as a unit to support.
Okay.
As EPs on the thing. That's all I'm saying.
Like first, listen, breaking news. We got it first.
Live. No,
live. Call me live.
So
I'm working on it.
I really do hope everything does work out for you guys and you are able to connect, whether that's on camera or off camera. I really do want to make sure that you're able to really connect with their side of the family and leave your child at not his house, but her house.
Oh, that's
good house. While she still got it.
Well,
and she's taking all them trips and stuff. Take your grandkids with you.
Yeah. And he don't want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we need
the 5-year-old.
Yeah, like he's very he's very taken care of, not want for nothing. Like he don't.
I was about to say, what does he want?
Yeah, I take very good care of my kids, and then my parents, you know, they are very active. So it's not like I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I need you. But that's what she wants. She wants someone, you know, to be like, I need you, because that's what everybody in her life has, you know, it's just like she's all hell Nene. You know, and I won't kiss her ass. So she told me I'm disrespectful and she don't give a fuck about my son. Like, yes, she said that. And so I'm like, and I clapped back at her and I was like, well, that's why your mother gave you up and she didn't give a fuck about you.
All right. See what I'm talking about? It's going to be hard to get a payment for your ass. I swear. But the point is, you may not need her. You may not need her,
but he does.
If Bryson is not being an active parent, I don't care what. I grew up in a 2-parent household.
I did too.
Yeah, and so that type of support and that type of safety net and stability is something every child needs to have, and it doesn't always need to happen from mom and dad, but it does need to happen. Mom can't hold all the cards. Mom can't be the end all be all. Mm-hmm. Some moms, unfortunately, have no other choice. But when you have someone who's in a position and don't got a job, we know you ain't got a job, so you got the time. It should not all fall to you. It should not
Right.
fall to any of you. You guys have a reputable person
Yeah.
that
And
can
he
pick up the
asked.
slack, if not financially, then emotionally, and just physically being there to take the
Absolutely.
child on a Saturday or Sunday
That's
for a
exactly, it's
couple
the
hours.
memories. Memories, time
Exactly.
spent. That's it. And he's at that age now. He actually started asking me who is his dad. So,
Not the
you
stinky
know,
man.
huh?
Not the stinky man.
I'm saying the stinky. Oh my God. He asked me, he said, "What's my dad's name?" I said, "His name is Bryson." And he goes, "Well, why does he need live here?" And I said, "Well, right now, mommy and Bryson, you know, are not together, and he's somewhere getting himself together." He goes, "Is he a bad person?" I said, "No. You'll get to know who he is one day in life." And he said, "Oh, okay." And he went on and played with his toys. So he's starting to, when he's at school, he sees his friends, dads come pick them up. So he's at that age, like father, what do you call it? Dad and donuts and stuff like that. He doesn't go to school those days. I don't let him go to school those
Oh
days.
my God, he's missing out on a Boston cream glaze because Bryson is over there skiing, not
Because
in
he wouldn't be there
Colorado.
with a dad. So I didn't want him, I don't want him to feel that, yeah. They have the grandma, what is it? Grandma and something with grandmas.
You're
And
gonna make me cry.
so he doesn't, I just don't want him to feel that, feel that emptiness. I don't.
You don't say your baby to get himself a Boston cream donut because he don't got to
He
pay
gets some
you.
donuts. Listen, I just bought him some today. I think he's actually out in there eating one right now. That boy love donuts. Don't worry. But
No.
he does. He misses certain things because I don't want him to feel or know that. You know what I mean? Feel that emptiness. Like why I'm not my daddy not here, but everybody else's daddy is here. So I try to keep him, away from it right now until he's old enough to actually understand.
Oh my God, you took all the fun out of this interview. I swear.
I'm sorry.
That is devastating. I'm about to call Shaq the next time he's in Atlanta to take the baby to the donut daddy daycare donut shop. Oh my gosh.
Daddy daycare.
This is really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and
I've
I
cried
feel for
enough,
you.
you
I
know.
really do feel for you. I really, and I don't know what it is about the donuts that really hit home for me. If I
There's
had
a
to put
donut
it
right
home,
there on my tree. There you go. You like the
the donut did it for me. The donut almost made me shed a tear just now when you said he couldn't go to school that day.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
I
I
do.
do hope you guys come to some type of resolve and you do come to some type of communication in some shape or form.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
are going to put all your information in the description link below for people who want to reach out to you.
Okay.
That donut part touched me. I know it touched somebody else. If somebody is out there that want to Uber eat the baby, a Boston cream donut, please do so. He
Please, he
don't
would
need
love
it.
it.
Simone said the checks is pending. They about to clear. But still, send the baby a donut. That's horrible. That really is horrible. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for spending
Thank you,
time
girl.
with us. We got your number, child. So now that we
Yes,
know you got
ma'am.
some things in the work, we will be calling, texting, emailing, CCing, Clubhouse, and Telegram, WhatsApping you, because you ain't gonna get on the show without us. Uh, we will be there to watch it all go down live and in color.
Right.
And so, yeah, if any other updates, we would love. I know we always love the dragon and to tell who did what wrong. But if there
Hmm.
is something that comes from that, and there is something positive that comes from this interview, and somebody did do something, reach out, we would also like to put that out there. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
so make sure you touch base with us and keep us updated.
Yeah, I will
And
definitely.
we will be in
Definitely.
touch.
Okay.
Shaq, do you want to take her son the next time you're in Atlanta to the Daddy Donut Shop care at the school? She says she doesn't take the boy. She doesn't let the boy go to the school
I'm not a
on the Daddy
daddy.
Donut days, so he doesn't feel bad because Bryson is skiing. He goes skiing on Martin Luther King Boulevard in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
And Shaq loves donuts, so this is
Oh,
perfect.
well, him and Blaze will get along because that little boy does too.
Okay, we'll set that up. All right. Well, thank you, Simone.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys, for
We
real.
appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I'm hitting the wine for all the entrepreneurs right now. It's Tasha K. And did you happen to be on our live and see all these thousands of viewers? I'm sorry, future consumers watching our show? And did you want your business featured on our show? I mean, this channel that happens to have over 1 million viewers, as well as our second channel that happens to have over 100,000 viewers, okay? If you want your business or new business featured on both of our platforms or just one or the other, please use the email link below to email us now.